So I'm gonna try to get this into one video, but yesterday I was talking about how the Lord hears us and sometimes he does things kind of in the background when we're waiting for him to answer prayer, and sometimes we're wondering whether he hears us or not. So this is gonna be a testimony of how the Lord totally did something like that, and it looked like it was a delay, but it ended up being more of a blessing. So my friend, she never tithed before. She was struggling financially. She was struggling with her health. There was a lot going on. And I encouraged her. I said, why don't you just try tithing? You've never tried it before. Just try it one time. Test the Lord and see what he will do for you. And I had a bunch of testimonies that I shared with her about that. And so it encouraged her. She ended up tithing $100 or gifting $100 to her church. Actually, all of a sudden everything went wrong. She got into a small car accident. She ended up having to move out of her apartment. She was trying to get qualification to have low income living and housing, and she had applied for that, but she hadn't heard anything back. So weeks go by, nothing looks like it's going to change. She started to get really frustrated at the Lord, and she was voicing this to me, and she was angry. And all of a sudden, she calls me one day and she said, "Stephanie, you will not believe what just happened." She's like, "First of all, I qualified for the low income housing, so I have an apartment I'm going to be moving in. Secondly, a bunch of money showed up in my bank account, and I don't know where it came from, but when I checked on it, I called to make sure that it wasn't some kind of mistake. I found out that it is from this old back pay, like disability thing that I was on when I was in high school, and they owed me money and I never got it, and they finally just gave it to me, all the back pay, and they transferred it in one lump sum into my account." On top of that, they offered to pay her an extra like couple of $100s a month. And she said, if this money had come in one day early, I would not have qualified for low income housing. And so she ended up paying off her car because that's how much money they gave her. She ended up having extra income every month and having her low income apartment. What looked like a delay was just so that the Lord could be a better provider to her, so he could give her more. And we didn't know when that would come. We didn't know anything. We didn't know what God was doing, but he surprised her.